I drive a 2014 Subaru Outback.
2022 Nissan Frontier Pro 4X.
17 Super Outback.
2023 Outback Wilderness.
I drive a 2016 Subaru Crosstrek, pretty heavily modified, a lot of lights. I've got, SS5 crosslink bar on the roof, perimeter SS2s, brake lights using SS3s.
SS5s in my bumper, SS3s as a light bar on top. I got 12 of those. SSC1s as a rear chase and then some camp lighting. The SSC2s as the addition on my rear chase light.
SL1 headlights, SS3 fog lights, the interior lights, and tailless turn.
SS5s, fog lights, 42-inch light bar, some reverse lights, the awesome rock lights, 6-inch light bar, chase lights in the back.
The SS3 ditch lights, the SS3 flush mounts in the rear, 38-inch I believe, light bar in the bumper.
I started running Diode Dynamics lights about 2 years ago.
4 years.
For the last 5 years?
The first thing I added on was the ditch lights. I had them on a previous vehicle as well. So, a few years.
Once I started figuring out what kind of lighting I needed to go off-road, and it started with the fog lights. Then I got some longer range SS5s to help me see while I'm wheeling off-road at night. I have, over the years, kind of evolved my lighting plan, been able to change the lenses on the lights themselves to better fit what my needs are. When your lighting changes, it's great to be able to have that versatility.
In Washington State, we have a ton of fog, heavy rain, and the fog light kits and the ditch light kits really make it easy for me to see and drive at speed while also being able to see what's ahead of me.
I was looking for something that would be a little bit more reliable, better output, performance. The main thing you might think about is I want to see what's coming. I want to see what's down the trail. I want to see what's down the highway. I've got reverse lights that are also hooked up to my brakes. So the red backlight that they offer is tapped in there. So I have additional brake lights when I'm either on trail or on the highway. Visibility is key. Anything you can add is just super nice.
We've been able to see where we're stepping, not step on the ropes because we have the iCamper awning. We want to make sure that we can see everything under there and not have like a lantern that sits in the middle. And that's why I really chose to focus on camp lighting around my rig just for everyday use when I'm out there in the dispersed camping.
I like to use my rock lights for ambient lighting at night around camp. And I can see if I've dropped something out of the car and it just looks amazing. One of the fun things that happened was, we broke something on the trail and had to be up on a jack, changing out the parts, and just having the rock lights available to light up the space made everything so much easier. And there's nothing like having to try and hold a flashlight in your mouth or one hand and trying to change out the parts, or having a person try and shine it to where you want the light to go, and having the rock lights there to help make that a much easier process was fabulous.
There was an instance we were on a trail, it was very dark at night and it was pretty deep in the woods, and I used the flush mount lights to reverse and be able to see better than anything else. The reverse lights that are currently on the Frontier are nice. They're LED as normal, but those flush mounts made a massive difference to give me visibility that I wouldn't have otherwise had.
We went down to the Salt Flats in Utah, to Bonneville. We were coming back from being out on the flats. It was nighttime, it was dark. We were getting a little bit lost, and at the time I just picked up a set of the SS5 Pros in combo, and so I had the most light on the vehicle out of all the vehicles there. I could see the furthest, I could know what was coming ahead of me and avoid some obstacles or some unruly terrain that was coming. Trying to get back in time, trying to get off the flats before it was too late in the night. Just totally a miss without them. That was the first time I'd had lights outside of fog and ditch lights, and the difference was huge.
Think about what your usage will be for. I live in the state of Washington where it's very rainy, but you might not be from here where that's necessarily something you think about. So maybe yellow or amber is not the light choice color that you want. Maybe it's the solid white. So think about that when you're dressing up your rig with lighting.
Look at the lumen output charts, right? The lumens, the lux, the candela, and kind of optimize the lights for you. Everybody wants the max. Everybody wants the most output. If you're looking at super directional lighting, right? Spots or driving lights, and you're looking at the SS3s. Maxes are the best, in my opinion. They have the most output, they're the most focus. But if you're looking for more flood lighting, the Pro uses a little bit larger LED chip, and so they actually produce more widespread light. Maybe it saves you some money, maybe it allows you to buy an extra set of lights. Everybody wants to buy the top end, spend the most money, but for your individual application, it might be something a little bit different.
I've noticed as I build out my light setup, specifically on my previous vehicle, a 2019 Forester, I laid all the lights out the way I wanted it, and within a few months it changed. So taking it one set of lights at a time, I think, is my advice there.
You need good lighting between wildlife and just being able to see in front of you, just to make a safer and more enjoyable trip.
The Diode products that I'd recommend to you if you're starting out first with your rig are some fog lights and then ditch lights. Those are, I think, two of the most important. I can't run my light bar a lot of the time because it is so bright. So unless I'm leading in a very dark place on a trail at night, I would say go for something that's more feasible and usable on your everyday. It is nice to be able to see all sides and in front of me with all those lights that I have.
There's three major things where I'm looking at when I'm looking at a company. I want to look at price point. Not everybody has a wad of cash burning a hole in their pocket. Overlanding, off-roading cars in general can be very, very expensive. Finding a product that fits your budget is super important to me. And Diode does that really well with their different power options, their different sized lights, C1, C2, SS3, SS5 even. You can find something that fits your budget. Then there's quality, right? Finding a light that, this could mean you being able to complete a trail at night or get home safely in the dark or not. And so having a light that you can trust to stay on when it's 20 degrees and you're in the snow up a mountain or 110 degrees in the desert and stuff might start frying, right? You want something that's been tested that is gonna last. Having an American-made and supported product, right? You can find a lot of products that have a decent warranty, but finding something where you can call up the company, where you can submit a form for warranty on their website, all encompassing, and not have to fight to get your stuff taken care of. Yeah, having competitive pricing, durability, and customer support. Diode just kind of hits them all nail on the head. It's perfect for me.
I would recommend Diode Dynamics over any other lighting company out there. They are so innovative in what they do and the lights that they produce. The lights that they actually make for customers due to customer feedback. They're always looking to improve. And I find some other companies kind of stay stagnant, but I really found that if I give feedback to Diode, they take it, their teams work on it, and then they come back with something even better.
I would recommend Diode lights over other companies because they really fit that great combination between the product that's high quality along with the product that's, appropriately priced. Great customer service and being able to be versatile. So something that'll fit all of your needs. You can really find something with Diode.